sorry, didn't see you there. Is there anything I can help you out with today? You're looking for some book recommendations? Okay. Well, let's see here. Is there anything in particular you're looking for? Any themes or nonfiction, fiction? Okay, so you're more so into fiction. You don't really have a preference, you're looking for something new. Okay. Well, first off, I have a book by Ellen Hopkins, and it's called Impulse. And it's written in poetry style instead of normal paragraphs. So it's quite a quick read, even though there are quite a lot of pages still. There are, in fact, let's see here. There are 666 pages. And in the back of this book, you get a short insert of one of her other books. And I will read you the summary on the back. Tony's painful childhood memories can be quelled only through pills. Vanessa has a secret that keeps her coming back to the blade. And Connor seems to have the perfect life on the outside, but his inward battle with his parents, his peers, and himself give him one last choice: to pull the trigger. There are 3 lives that would have been cut short if not for the hasty intervention by loved ones or fate. Now that they are given a second chance at a better life, but only if they help one another and if they find the strength to let go of their inner demons for good. So the subject matter of this book is quite heavy, but I feel like it's still a really good story. Okay, so you're kind of into more heavy topics. Well, if you think you're gonna like that, I have another recommendation I'm sure you'll love. It's called Go Ask Alice, and this book is by Anonymous. It is actually a young girl's journal that was turned into a book. So it's kind of in the style of diary inserts, so it's got all the dates of when the passages were written. I'll read you the back. It started when she served a hot drink laced with LSD in a dangerous party game. Within months, she was hooked, trapped in a downward spiral that took her from her comfortable home and loving family to the mean streets of an unforgiving city. It was a journey that would rob her of her innocence, her youth, and ultimately, her life. Read her diary, enter her world. You will never forget her. And there's actually a follow-up book that was written like in the same style of journal entries. This is also by Anonymous, and as you can see, it's got the date format, and I believe this is a journal that was left behind by someone real. So these are nonfiction books, but they're not the kind of nonfiction you think of. So I think you would still enjoy them. So I will read the back for you. December 18th. Things are going from worse to impossible. I'm fighting a losing battle. Jay thought he could handle anything. The first time he took drugs was for fun, but then he started as an escape, quickly spiraling into a haze of addiction. That was just the beginning of the dangerous path that ultimately led Jay to take his own life. So yeah, yeah, this journal is also quite sensitive when it comes to topics that it discusses. Okay, so you're thinking that you're gonna read these. Yeah, they're great. I honestly recommend taking both of these home since they're pretty short, and then you can just kind of continue this theme of real people and their lives and their stories and how they dealt with addiction. And there is actually a third book in the tradition of Go Ask Alice, and it's called The Book of David. It's also written by Anonymous. So this one, it is not in the style of journal entries. So it's a little bit different, but when you leaf through the book, it's kind of got the same. Oh, you know what? It is in the style of dates. This the person who wrote this journal must have had a lot to say for every day, or every day that they wrote. I will read the back for you. Wednesday, November 6th. Why does this have to be so complicated? I don't even know how I feel inside right now, or what I want. My shoulders are so tense that I can feel the knots forming in my neck. I'm hunched over this notebook, bracing for an impact, like at any moment my whole life will come crashing down around me. I have to talk to John. Life should have been perfect. He had everything. A family, friends, a girlfriend, an undefeated football team, and a half-dozen sports scholarships. He also had a secret that was tearing him up from the inside. When he met someone who could understand him and his secret like no one else could, but nothing stays secret forever. So these are the 3 books that are in journal format. Okay, and I'll put these over here for you to look at later. All right, let's move on to something a little less dark so that I don't send you home with just sad reading material, even though those books can be great. I've got the classic Interview with the Vampire by Anne Rice. And this is a darkly brooding and sensually written, a tale of seduction and betrayal, decadence, desire, death, and immortality. So this is a classic book. It's very entertaining. I think you will like it quite a lot. The font is slightly smaller, so make sure that you got some good reading light so that you don't hurt your eyes. Okay. I'll read the back for you. In a darkened room, the boy sits, waiting for the story to begin. His companion is a young man, cloaked in shadow, his voice low and soft. Only the pure white of his collar is visible in the gloom. The story of this man's life is about to be told. A story of a vampire facing the dark stretch of eternity, cursed with an exquisite craving for human blood. So if you like vampires and you like the older style of vampires, definitely give this book a read. I'll put it over here for you to look at later. And now we've got a slightly bigger book. This is called Memoirs of a Geisha. This is by Arthur Golden. I'll read the back for you. An alluring tour de force, a brilliant debut novel told with seamless authenticity and exquisite lyricism as the true confessions of one of Japan's most celebrated geisha. Sayuri's story begins in a poor fishing village in 1929 when, as a 9-year-old with unusual blue-gray eyes, she is taken from her home and sold into slavery to a renowned geisha house. Through her eyes, we see the decadent heart of Gion, the geisha district of Kyoto, with its marvelous tea houses, theaters, narrow back alleys, ornate temples, and artist streets. And we witness her transformation as she learns the rigorous art of geisha. Dance and music, wearing kimono, elaborate hair and makeup, pouring sake to reveal just a touch of inner wrist, competing with the jealous rival for men's solicitude and the money that goes with it. But as World War II erupts and the geisha houses are forced to close, Sayuri, with little money and even less food, must reinvent herself all over again to find a rare kind of freedom on her own. So this book is great if you're interested in Japanese or Asian culture, and if you also like anything World War II or in that era. This is a great book. I'll put this over here. Okay, so this is a book that I'm actually reading right now, and this is called Wilder Girls. And the artwork is stunning. It's what originally drew me into this book. What I like about this book is that the print is somewhat larger, so you don't have to have like a reading light. It's slightly dark because of how big the print is. So it's not a short book. It is, let's see here. 351, 357. The last page is 357, so there's a lot of reading material in here, even though the print is slightly bigger. And if you're into like zombies or like virus outbreaks, this is a great book. It kind of takes the concept and makes it slightly different. I will read the insert for you. It's been 18 months since the Raxter school for girls was put under quarantine, since the talks hit and pulled Hetty's life out from under her. It started slow. First the teachers died one by one, and then it began to infect the students, turning their bodies strange and foreign. Now, cut off from the rest of the world and left to fend for themselves on their island home, the girls don't dare wander outside the school's fence, where the tox has made the woods wild and dangerous. They wait for the cure they were promised as the tox seeps into everything. But when Bayek goes missing, Hetty will do anything to find her, even if it means breaking quarantine and braving the horrors that lie beyond the fence. And when she does, Hetty learns that there's more to their story, to their life at Raxter, than she could have ever thought true. I'm about halfway through, maybe more like third. And that was Wilder Girls. Alright, the last book that I have for you is called The Seventh Son. One of our interns has been putting flower pressings in the books that we have up here for recommendations. Sorry about that. I got another one here too. Pull it out so you can see. If you do want this book, I will make sure to remove all those flowers for you. This book is by Joseph Delaney, and it's now a major motion picture. So if you decide you really like the book and you want to watch the movie, you have that option. Okay, and this is book 1 and 2, so that is why it is so thick. I will read the back for you. The powers of evil are strengthening, and only one man holds them back. Now that man needs an apprentice. Tom Ward is the 7th son of a 7th son, and he has been chosen. When one of the world's most malevolent witches escapes, Tom will face his first test. Many apprentices have come before. They have failed or fled or died. If Tom succeeds, and if he survives, he will be the last apprentice. And the first book is called Revenge of the Witch, and the second book is called Curse of the Bane. Altogether, it is 688 pages for the 2 books included in here. Yes, I'm sending you back with quite a lot of material here. Which ones are you thinking about? What captured your interest the most? Okay, so you definitely want Memoirs of Geisha. I agree with you. Any other ones you want me to ring up for you? Okay, you're gonna take that whole series of Go Ask Alice. I'll give that to you. All right, well, let's go check you up at, let's go check you out at the front desk. You can meet me over there.